Greetings friends, Sonic Toast here. Happy holidays. Today is a very special day as we're going to be looking at some of the theater exclusive Sonic Movie 3 merchandise, such as cups and popcorn bowls. Actually, specifically cups and popcorn bowls. So let's go ahead and get started with these. These are cups that you get in specialty meals, like little cardboard boxes for kids that has a little spot for popcorn, a little baggie of fruit snacks, and you get one of these exclusive cups, right? And they have little figures that go on the top. So of course there's this one of Sonic, and there's also one of Knuckles. But that's not all, as there is also one of Tails, and because this is Sonic Movie 3, they of course did Shadow the Hedgehog. So let's take a closer look at these and see what they're like. Now, one thing that's interesting about these is you can remove them from the cup and you just have a little figure. They do have little holes in the bottom and little pegs in the cup here, but you can also sort of twist them off of the cup and they have a little stand like so. Sure enough, with this bottom part on, they are much easier to have standing up. Now, I want to quickly compare these to the Ninja Turtle cups that we reviewed last year. It is like an identical concept of having a figure up on top of the cup, and they have the plastic stand. A big difference is the turtle does not come off of the stand, but the entire stand does come off as a whole, just like the Sonic ones do, right? But you can't take the stand off of the turtle. So that's that, but then we have the cup itself. Can you interchange them? Like, do Sonic ones fit in the turtle cup? Yeah, look at that, what a combo. You can have a Sonic figure on a Ninja Turtle cup and a Ninja Turtle figure on a Sonic cup. What? Now here's the real question. Now for Sonic Movie 1, there were some of these also. See, it's the original design from that first trailer. These were not released in the US because they had changed its design, but they were still released in Russia, so you're able to order them online. But again, it is kind of that same concept, except the cup is much bigger. So I wonder if we were to remove these from the cup, if we can put the new Sonic on the old Sonic 1 cup. And look at that, he fits just fine. And the old Russian ugly Sonic kind of fits, yeah, he totally fits on the small cup, on the Ninja Turtle cup. So all of these are interchangeable. It's kind of like a collection of different characters you can do this with. I don't know if they've done this with other franchises besides Sonic and Ninja Turtles. If you know of any, let us know in the comments section. Another thing is they did do these for the Sonic 2 movie. I was never able to get them. They only did Sonic and Tails though. But I assume they are pretty much the same in functionality as these ones. Of course, that Sonic was just standing, and this Sonic is in the running position, just like the Russian Sonic. And speaking of ugly Sonic, they also did this one of him sitting inside a ring. This one actually made a cameo in my Sherlock Mario series, if you're familiar with that at all.
I'm a normal again. I'm not. Meow.
Now, looking at Sonic, the sculpt here is really good, especially compared to ugly Sonic. But the one thing I don't like is there's not a lot of paint detail on his shoes. They are completely red. There's no stripe. At least they got the socks white. Besides that, he looks great. His eyes look great. His face looks great. His sculpt looks great. Everything on this is very satisfactory to me, especially for just a cheap little cup topper. I think they did a fantastic job here. Now, Shadow's shoes look even worse than Sonic's, looking completely white. They look awful. Like, it almost looks like he's wearing some weird socks. But they did do the ring bands on his ankles. They did the little red tag above that, so that looks great. The sculpt here on this Shadow is really good. I'm really glad they got the highlights in his quills. His eyes look good. His face looks good. His hands are sculpted really well, although they did not paint the inhibitor rings on his cuffs, which is unfortunate. There's not a whole lot of detail on his cuffs at all. Maybe if someone is like really good at painting small things and can customize the Shadow to look better, I definitely encourage you to do that. Otherwise, the sculpt here is fine. Now, Tails is definitely the worst looking one of them all. I don't mean to pick on Tails, but I don't know for sure, but I think this is just a re-release of the one that they did for Sonic 2 movie. We know that Sonic is a completely new sculpt and he looks great. Knuckles and Shadow look great, but Tails does not look nearly as good as those other three. And I think this is just the re-release. If you have the original one, let us know in the comment section if it's the same or if it is different. Now, the worst thing here of all is the shoes. It looks like he's wearing big old hiking boots because they did not paint his socks. His socks are completely red. It looks like he, waded through a puddle of blood with his hiking boots, and now they're stained completely red. His shoes just look terrible. His face looks lifeless. His pose is fine, but nothing compared to Sonic and Shadow and Knuckles. And speaking of Knuckles, he just looks fantastic. Very cool pose and an excellent sculpt, especially on his face. He is bigger than the others and he looks so good. His shoes are not painted great, but he is the only one who has any amount of detail on his shoes, as they did actually paint the gray Legos on the top of his shoes. So that is pretty cool. It is missing all the other color, the yellow and everything in the bottoms of the shoes, but still it is a step up from Tails for sure, a step up from Shadow, and even a step up from Sonic, who all just have a single color on their shoes. And I think overall, Knuckles is probably the best looking in the whole bunch. Now, if we just look at all four of them together, we can just see the significant increase in quality on Knuckles and Shadow and Sonic compared to Tails. That's why I'm really convinced that Tails is from the last movie. But overall, you gotta have Tails, for the collections. So I can't say don't buy Tails if you're gonna collect these. But yeah, he's just not as good as the others. But still, I am really happy with these. Just like how we got the 4 Ninja Turtles, we now have 4 Sonic characters in this cup form. And I couldn't be happier. I cannot believe how on top of the world the Sonic franchise is right now. When I was like in 2nd grade and worshiping Sonic and looked down upon because most people only knew him from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon show, I never in a million years would have imagined that Sonic would be at the status that he is right now as one of the biggest brands, one of the biggest entertainment brands in the world. Now for the big one. This is one of the many popcorn buckets that will be available for the Sonic 3 movie. Now, quick warning here is it does have a warning on the bag. You must be at least 36 months old to own this popcorn bucket because of a choking hazard. So yeah, if you get this thing stuck in your throat, wow, that would be really impressive. I'll give you $1 if you can fit this whole thing in your mouth. So here is our big Sonic popcorn holder. He is hollow, but he is pretty cool and pretty large. You can't fit a ton of popcorn in there. I can probably fit more popcorn in my mouth than he can fit in his bucket there. Here he is just being extremely fond of his popcorn bucket. And he just looks great. I love the facial expression. The only thing I don't like about this is this little mark on top of his head where it's glued together. And I checked all of them in the theater. They had like 20 of these on the shelf and all of them had that. So that was a little disappointing, but still, I love this. I love the detail on the bottom of his shoes. This is just a really cool piece. And yeah, even if you don't use it as a popcorn holder, it is a great display piece. You could put a little plant in there, like a potted plant. You could fill it with jelly beans, Halloween candy. You can have all your friends put their keys in there when they enter your home for a party. Whatever you're into, Sonic will hold it for you. And that is just so cool. And that's all I have to say about that, friends. These are currently available at Cinemark theaters. I think some other theater chains are getting these also. And a big shout out to Speed Spirit, who informed me that these are already available at Cinemark theaters. Thank you, Speed Spirit. I know there's also going to be another Sonic popcorn bucket where you actually open up his head and put popcorn inside of his head with his brains and everything. I hope to be able to find that one. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a review of that popcorn bucket. And let me know if you know of any other cool Sonic theater merchandise coming up for Sonic Movie 3. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching, friends. Have a fantastic day and toast. Greetings, friends. Sonic Toast here, and we are just a day away from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and I am so super excited I can barely think. So first, last time we looked at theater buckets and cups, I forgot to show this. This is the little tray that comes with the kids meal, where you put popcorn, fruit snacks, and the little cups that we reviewed last time. Now, last time we did look at stuff from the Cinemark theater, That was a Sonic bucket and the 4 cups with the 4 characters that go with the kids' meals. And today we're looking at similar merch, but this time it is from the Regal Theater. And here is the popcorn bucket of Sonic's head. Let's get it out of the bag. A bump, a bump, a bump, a bump, a bump. Look at this guy. He is so big. All right, so let's just look at it all the way around. This is a really cool Sonic popcorn bucket. I will treasure this forever. It is so cool looking. This goes for $25 at the Regal Cinema. Now, unlike the real Sonic, he does have this hatch here to open him up and just take his brain out. Just kidding, he didn't come with that, that's Krang. Anyway, yeah, but then that is where you put your popcorn. This one is very spacious. Looks like you can probably fit a good amount of popcorn in there. I'm not putting any popcorn in mine. I just mostly want this as a display piece. So here's the comparison of the 2 major Sonic popcorn buckets. On the right is the one from Cinemark that we reviewed last time, where it is Sonic holding a popcorn container, and it, you can fit very little popcorn in that one. On the left is, of course, this one from the Regal Theater, and this one holds a lot more popcorn. I think it just goes down to preference. Do you prefer Sonic's giant head, or do you prefer Sonic's whole body hugging a popcorn container? Boy, I don't know which one I think I still prefer this one, but that's just me because I like the idea of his whole body. But I mean, the disembodied head is cool too. And like I said, I don't even plan to ever use these for popcorn, just as display pieces. I like them both. They both go for $25 each. I found Cinemark to be very, very liberal with theirs, as you can just buy as many as you want right off the shelf, whereas Regal seemed to be extremely anal about getting this bucket. I called them up and they say, oh, they won't sell it to me until a week before the movie comes out. So I show up at the theater a week before the movie comes out, and given it is like a 40-minute drive to that theater, and they were like, oh no, we're not allowed to sell it to you until Monday. So I show up on Monday and they say, oh, we're not allowed to sell it to you till Thursday. I'm like, last time the guy told me Monday, and here's Monday, you got to sell it to me. And they said, oh, okay, fine, we'll sell it to you. So yeah, that's my little story of getting the Sonic head. All right, so those are those popcorn buckets. Let's move on to something else. Next up from the Regal Theater, we're looking at the Sonic Slurpee cup, which came with a very normal straw. Now, this cup has Sonic sculpted on the side of it, and the whole cup looks like a big tornado or whirlwind or something. So here's how this works. You have to finagle Sonic's head off of the cup. Definitely don't lose this. And then inside is the battery pack and a little tab that you pull out. And then, once that is out, we need to put Sonic's head back on. There we go. Just kind of fits right back on there. Then you press his ear and ooh, the cup lights up. All right, so let's just give it a little turnaround here. I wish the spinner had a reverse button so it could look like he's actually running in the direction. Oh wait, let's put on his light feature. So here's the cup all lit up, and it looks kind of nifty. So this cup goes for about $20. So it is pretty pricey for a cup, but it is a pretty cool design with that cool Sonic sculpted on the side, and it does have the batteries included. They're those, those little expensive disc batteries inside of Sonic's head there. So that's kind of neat. It might not be for everyone, but if you like cups with straws, it might be the one for you. Now, the last thing to get at Regal is the combo. In the combo, you get 2 drinks and a tin. This is the popcorn tin, and it is pretty cool as all the characters kind of stick out a little bit, sort of a 3D effect, as does the logo. Of course, it has Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and Shadow, all on different sides of the container. Now, this thing, it is full of popcorn, and what I love about it is that it has a lid. See? Look at all that popcorn in there. That is just great, because with the lid, you don't have to worry about losing your popcorn, about it falling out or anything. You can take it in the car, take it wherever your popcorn is safe. So that is pretty dang cool. So that's the popcorn part of the combo, which is $30, but you also get the 2 drinks. So let's check those out. Now, these are the cups you get in the combo of Sonic and Shadow. See, they change pictures when you move them, and both cups are the same. They have Sonic and Shadow on them. with multiple pictures of each character. So that's pretty cool. This is looking weird right now there. Yeah, so those are the 2 cups you get, but what's this? There's a spot on top. With this combo, you get 2 unique figures, Sonic and Shadow in theater chairs. If you ask me, these are the best promotional figures of them all. They are unique, they are well sculpted, well painted, and they are just overall adorable. I absolutely love these figures. And of course, they are meant to sit on top of the cups. They fit in great, they don't fall off. So that is fantastic. Now, if we compare these to the Cinemark cups, we can see a major difference. Well, one, the Regal cup is much bigger, but more so, the Shadow figure is just much better looking. They actually painted his shoes and everything. He's fantastic. It's like these ones are meant for kids, and these I think are more meant for the adult collector. Here's the Sonic cup lid from Cinemark next to the one from Regal, and we can see the Regal one just seems like such higher quality, better sculpt. I mean, nothing against the Cinemark one, it's still fine, it's great. If you're more into like the action pose, that might be the one for you, but I just love this one sitting in the theater chair. So that's pretty cool. They do fit on each other's cups. They're basically like the same kind of style and everything. So these are like 2 more of these fancy cup lids to add to the collection. And that's all, folks. So let us know down in the comment section, what's your favorite of the Regal exclusive Sonic 3 merchandise? Is it the slushy cup that lights up? Is it the big Sonic popcorn head? Is it the changing Sonic cups with these amazing cup toppers? Or the tin, the popcorn tin with a lid that has all these Sonic characters on it? It's all really cool to me, and it's still surreal for me just to see Sonic being so mainstream and having these items available to the fans. It is incredible. And all of it together came out to about $75 plus tax, so that is a bit of a hit to the wallet. It is a little more than the stuff from Cinemark. All the stuff from Cinemark that we reviewed last week came out to, I think, $65, so this is like $10 more. But yeah, let us know which one you prefer, the Cinemark stuff or the Regal stuff. Which stuff is your favorite? And if you know of any other theaters that have cool Sonic merch like this, let us know down in the comment section. Alrighty, friends, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day and enjoy Sonic Movie 3. Toast! Greetings, friends, Sonic Toast here, and a quick announcement. I am going out of town for Christmas, so don't expect too many videos in the coming week. But yeah, I thought we'd do one last video, hopefully this is our last video, just about Sonic theater promotional items. And we are starting with this one, which we see on screen now. This popcorn bucket is from the Megaplex Theater, and it is pretty cheap. Yeah, it's just like flimsy plastic with printed pictures of Sonic 2 renders of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. We get the logo of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and then our new render of Shadow, which just looks fantastic. So yeah, this is a very simple one, nothing really too special here. And this is our next popcorn bucket, which is a little step up from the other one. This one is made of metal. It says this ends now. We have a window there. So as we eat your popcorn, it reveals more and more of the picture of Shadow, which is on the inside of the bucket. And then on the sides is just all the recycled renders from the last movie of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Actually, I think the Sonic renders is from the first movie, I think. And, but one thing to note is that these ones, they do actually stick out. The characters on the outside are textured. Well, Sonic is, Knuckles isn't, he's flat. Tails is textured, and this is the window, so Shadow inside of the bucket is not textured, which is just fine. There's Shadow in the window. And the last one, this is from the AMC Theater. It is a weird, like, chibi Shadow popcorn bucket. The thing that really sold me on this was the back of it has Super Shadow. I initially didn't think this one was that great until my friend, he looked around the counter at the movie theater at the display one and saw that Super Shadow was on the back. He's like, Super Shadow's on the back. Like, oh man, we gotta get that now. So that was kind of fun. Let us know what you think of this one down in the comments section. Now, speaking of AMC theaters, these popcorn buckets that I just showed, the last two, you have to buy in a combo, and the combo comes with a drink. So these are the same toppers that we got at the Cinemark before, but they come on much larger cups, and the cups are specific to the characters, as you can see here. So we can see this is the Knuckles cup. Really cool artwork. That's not like the same artwork we see all the time, which I do appreciate. I love that it has the character's name on it. And this is like an adult size cup. It's not the little tiny one that we got at Cinemark. But what stinks about these ones is you have to buy the $30 combo. So you get one of those 2 buckets that I just showed you, and you get a cup. You get to choose which character you get with it. And then you also get a like foam mask of the character, which we'll show those in just a sec. So here is a little comparison between the 2 cups. The one on the right is the one that we reviewed before, which is from Cinemark, which comes in the kids combo, which is only $9, and every character has the same cup, right? And it's a really small drink. Whereas the one from AMC is a $30 combo, and the cup is specific to the character. So cooler cups, but you're paying a lot more. I think I do prefer Cinemark because you can go ahead and just buy 4 combos for only $9 each and get all 4 characters. Whereas with AMC, if you want all 4 characters, you're going to be paying, like $100. So since I didn't want to completely break the bank on these, forgive me, I only got 3 of the 4. So I bought 3 combos. So this is the Shadow one. This one I like a lot. I like the whole style of the character, behind the streaks and the cup and the name and everything. So that is the Shadow one. And here is the one for Sonic. Again, I really like the style of these. I love the tinted color and the streaks and everything. It is pretty cool. So here is Sonic. We're just waiting for his face to come around as it spins. There he is. So yes, forgive me, I did not buy the Tails combo because 3 combos I felt was enough. Maybe I'll have to go back to the Tails one. But then yeah, we got these. These are these foam. I don't know if you call it a face mask or what. They have Velcro on the sides so you can wear it. I don't plan on wearing these. I think people look weird when they try to wear like Sonic hair and stuff. So yeah, here's the Sonic one. If anything, I'm probably just gonna put these on the wall as a display. And so that was Sonic. Here is the Knuckles one, kind of nifty. And here is the Shadow one of these. So yeah, I guess at least it's something that you get with the combo. I mean, the drink and the popcorn bucket are great. And this is just a little extra something. Again, these are from AMC. All right, so that's enough of expensive popcorn buckets and drinks. Let's look at some free stuff. Here is a promotional poster. I actually didn't get this at a theater. I got this at a comic book shop that was close to the theater. It was called the Nerd Store. So shout out to our friends who work at the Nerd Store who are giving out these free posters. So that is a pretty cool one. I like the Sonic and Shadow down at the bottom a lot. And then also at the actual theater, this was at the Megaplex Theater, got this free poster with the Japanese text in front of the Shadow rendered. We have the logo to the movie down at the bottom. This one I like a lot. This one's like super cool. This may have been just for because we went to they called it a fan event showing of the movie, and they handed these out to everyone. So I don't know if these are exclusive to the fan event or just maybe any Megaplex theater might have these. So that is a cool one. And then also at the fan event showing that we went to, they were handing out these. These are keychains of the characters. Character's head is a rubber keychain. It has the logo there. 2024 Parpix and Sega. Parpix, I like that for Paramount Pictures. Parpix. And sure enough, they did do these for all 4 characters. So this is Sonic. Here is Knuckles. Very nice. Here is the Shadow keychain. And of course, it's not a party without Tails. Look how happy he is. Alrighty, so this brings us to the end of our video. I'm hoping this is our last video showing all these theater promotion things because, I'm now got 6 popcorn buckets for this one movie, so I probably have enough popcorn buckets. But yeah, friends, let us know what you think down in the comment section. Which of these things have you picked up for yourself, if any? Which do you think are good? Which do you think are not so good? And have a fantastic holiday and toast.